Hello. Hi, everyone. Corey here, coming in to do a few readings, check in on everyone, see how everyone is. But I got to wait and see where I actually am. Okay, now I can see I'm on Facebook. So let's just see. I don't have my cards. Again, I don't have my cards. Hello, Kevin. Nice to see you here. You'll be the first to get a card because you're the first in. You're the first in, so you'll be the first to get a card, Kevin. Just don't know what cards I'm going to use. I don't have any. Kind of looks like you're the only one in. You're the only one I'm seeing, Kevin. We're going to give it a few minutes. Hello, Liz. Hello, Danielle. Hello, Wendy. And Carlene, hello. Okay, Danielle. Okay. Let's start with Kevin. And then we'll see from there who gets chosen. But Kevin was the first. So Kevin was the first in. So Kevin is the first to get a card. I'm just going to let people keep joining in as they come and go here because I don't have a whole lot of time. Hi, Karen. So first off, let me just say that if you're seeing me commenting or communicating with someone and you're not seeing the post come up, it's because they're on the other social media account. So you can't see, if you're on YouTube, you don't see all the Facebook comments come up. If you're on Facebook, you don't see the YouTube comments. Just so you know. Okay, Kevin. So I am going with the Wisdom of the Night Oracle. I've been really using these cards a lot lately. I don't know why. And these were actually these were made by PC Cast and Call It Bear and Read like a few years ago. Like these are definitely a much older deck that I have. So we're going to use those again. My cards are I don't know where. Again, I was away working this weekend. So I think they're still packed in the stuff that I had where I was in Edmonton this weekend. I was working at a private party this weekend. Okay. Kevin, you got success. I love this card. Success. So you kind of can't go wrong if you get the success card. And sometimes it's how we look at success. Sometimes we have to look at success very differently than maybe we are, conditioned to what we believe is successful. And sometimes it's really hard to see our success when we feel like we are kind of not getting anywhere. We're not going anywhere, or things are not moving fast enough. And sometimes that success is in that continual fight that we have for ourselves, those things that we continually keep doing. But they're saying congratulations. So your guides are saying congratulations. And I feel like the congratulations is coming because there's either something on its way to you that you have been waiting for, or you have finally gotten, someone to finally listen to you, that you are no longer you're not going to be held back. There is a new level of life, a new level of existence that is coming into your life. And I feel like there's something really good on its way for you. And sometimes those really good things is hard to see when we're not seeing success in the way that we are conditioned to see success. But Kevin, I keep getting that there's actually something good coming. There's something good on its way for you, or there's something for you to be very proud of. There is a sense of accomplishment that's coming up around you, and that everything that you have stayed holding on to faith for. It feels like you're finally starting to see some forward movement in your life. Things are really beginning to work out for you. And that could be, waiting for something that you've been waiting for a long time, and finally it's on its way to you. And what they keep telling us is oath, right? Is keeping that oath to ourselves. And those oaths that we sign, like back when we were young, we can break contracts with those. But the ones that are just so important to ourselves now is that, you know what? I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to get there for me. I'm going to make that change for me. And I feel like you're moving into a time of where everything feels like it is moving you more and more towards successful change, making big changes in your life, and really starting to see things pay off. So wherever it feels like life has been stuck or it feels like it's been a real challenge, I feel like you're going to be moving into a time where finally things are moving forward. And it's just saying, stay dedicated to what's important and stay very dedicated to yourself. Stay true to yourself because things are really working out for you, Kevin. And I hope that helps you in some way. Okay. Liz. So this is 2 for YouTube. So then I'm going to have to go over to Facebook to choose someone on Facebook. So this is the second person I'm choosing on YouTube, and then I'll move over to some people on Facebook. Let's just see. Liz, let's see what the cards have for you. I'm contemplating changing cards actually for you, Liz. You're very welcome, Kevin. Liz. Are you still here, Liz? You better still be here. Okay. I knew there was a reason I kept getting choose 2 cards. It's so the first card that I pulled for you was deceit. Now this card is not as it seems often. This is often when we deceive ourselves, right? And it's so easy to see. It's not always easy to see where and how we are deceiving ourselves. And that deceiving ourselves often comes up in that sense of, not really believing ourselves, not really trusting our own intuition. Is that it's like being kind of lost in it's being lost in our fears. And when we're lost in our fears, it's so easy to deceive ourselves. When we get so excited about something and then we very quickly disappoint ourselves because we plant this little seed or we tell ourselves something very negative. Like it's so easy to say something very negative to ourselves and say, well, what you're like. You won't follow through with that. You won't do that. That's that little chatter of our mind. The little that little inner inner that little inner traitor, right? It is that little inner traitor. It betrays us too often, until we start to recognize it. And so they asked me to pull another card, which brought us to the Awakener. And sometimes we have a trickster energy that is tricking us into believing that we're going one way when they're working on taking us another way. And so the Awakener comes to kind of break us through those illusions. So this deceiver can also show up through the Awakener energy. Is that it's like trickster kind of energy. And so when we think we're about to do something else pulls us another direction. Or when we believe everything is falling apart, we don't realize something great is on its way. And so the Awakener is always coming in with this beautiful energy of forging ahead. It's always having us forging ahead because there's one deceit story that we believe that we get tangled up in, and that is the one that we are going backwards, that we're falling backwards, that we're slipping behind. But there is no way to go behind. It is the biggest deceit story ever, because no matter what, we're going forward. Life is going forward. We can't go back to being 20, so there's no way of going backwards. There's only going forward. There's only one way in this journey to go, and that is forward. And so we are always moving forward. But what are we moving forward with? And how are we moving forward? And what do we keep trying to drag with us forward? And what are we unwilling to let go of to go forward? And those are the things that bring us into the deep dive within ourselves. And those are things that no one else can answer for us. It's things that we have to answer for ourselves. But we have to remember it comes with really truly being radically honest with ourselves, because fear can really trick us. And the greatest deceiver that we have, and the greatest deceit stories that we have, is that we are self-deceptive, and we are believing that we are falling behind or going backwards. It's not possible. We can feel stagnant. We can feel like we're going backwards, but ultimately, if we look in the mirror, we can see we are not going backwards. We're not Benjamin Button. We're going forward. And either which way, we are going forward. Oh, Lisa, that's funny. Okay, you come watch. I'll come. I'll come. You wait, and then I'll come watch you. Okay. So, Liz, I hope that helps you in some way. All right, now I have to choose from Facebook. Don't have to, but I am. So, first person who showed up on Facebook was Danielle, and Danielle did ask for a card, so I'm going to go with Danielle. So let's go with Danielle first. Danielle Geddes. Danielle Geddes first. I miss you too, Paula. So now Danielle is in and out, just on a work call. Give me a minute. Okay, I'll go to someone else first, and I'll come back to you next. Let me know when you're off your work call. Okay, I'm going with Stacy Churchill. Stacy Churchill, I am choosing you. You are the next up. And I will choose you, Lisa. Yeah. Okay. Stacy Churchill. I hope you're still here, Stacy. Oh, shoot. What did I just do? I just made my whole screen so big that I can't even see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm back. Stacy Churchill. You have to tell me if you're still here. You must be still here. You just asked for a card. Okay, I'm going ahead, Stacy. I'm going to choose you anyway. Okay. Stacy. Stacy, it's funny. I got the card invisible for you. And invisible. And so sometimes, in life, when we can feel very invisible. And it's and other times we're trying to make ourselves invisible. We don't want to be seen. We don't want to be asked to do one more thing. We don't want to be highlighted. We don't want people to see us as the same version of ourselves that they've seen before. So Stacy, what it's trying to tell you is that there's this version of you that's just saying, you know what, I'd rather be invisible than to be seen continually as this same version of myself. I really want to be seen as something else. And so on a soul level, your spirit is asking that you see yourself as something more than what you only see. Because there is like this version of you that is just waiting to be seen by you. And so I feel like I feel like you're being called up and called out. It's like, don't let her hide. Don't let her shrink away. You got to stand out. It's like, when you decide to do the things for the first time, and how, like, after going through everything you've been through, and every one of those things that you've done for the first time has been very difficult and very challenging. Well, you're being asked to do something else now. You're being not invited. He's not inviting you. He's telling you he wants you to see you as something more now. That you can't hide. You can't ever hide from spirit. You can't hide from those that you love that's on the other side. They can see you. You are seen, and you're being told that you are more than you're more than the story of your life, and that there is a version of you is that needs to shine, and that really wants to come forward, and that you're so much more than your stories, right? You're those, and those create a part of who we are. It also takes away pieces of who we are, but there's a piece of you now that is being highlighted. And I feel like you're about to do something new, or you're being asked to do something new. That this year, you don't have to do the same things you do every year. Just because people like it, just because people enjoy it, somebody else do it. You don't have to do it. You're ready to do something different. You're ready to be something different. You're ready to be a part of something more. Spirit evolves and grows on the other side. So your boy is growing on the other side, and now is asking that you grow and you do something different. And there's just something that just feels like you're being kind of smirked at. It's time to do something different. So all of those things that are like kind of pushing you forward, know that you're being pushed by spirit, you're being pushed by love, and it's love that is breaking you out of the darkness, out of the shade, out of the shadow. It's love that is pushing you forward. And I just feel like there's like something just you're at a point of where there's going to be some sort of breakthrough or breakout, something you're ready to just finally say, I'm not doing what everyone else wants me to do. I'm not doing something just because anymore. I'm going to do something this time around that I really want to do for me. And really finding the voice. I just feel like I'm getting like pat right here, like really finding your voice. So you're getting called up and out, girl, to be invisible. Don't let yourself keep being invisible. You can't hide. You can't hide, remember. So you're being called up and out. That's what I have for you. So thank you. All right. I'm going to go with Lisa by Grace Go I. Lisa by Grace Go I. Because she's got to go over to her live on her page as well. And so if you go Lisa Star Francis, Starr Francis, you can catch her live after mine. Okay. Lisa, let's see what the cards have for you. Oh, you got, oh, okay. You got the exact same cards. This is so funny because you were commenting at the same time. You got the same cards that Liz got. So Liz got the deceit card and the oath card. No, Kevin got the oath card. Sorry. She got the deceit card. You got the deceit card as well, but you got the same card Kevin got, oath card. But both of these fell out together. And so do not let yourself be deceived by imitation light, something that is presenting itself as wiser, smarter than you or your own guides. That your guides, and all that is enough for everything that you need to do. The oath that you signed to never abandon yourself is something that you truly have to stick to. Like, you really have to look at the fact of what happens when you abandon you. And it's just like, there is somebody or something out there that doesn't want to see you shine and is not happy for you. And that and sometimes that's our greatest fears. But I do feel like you did have some outside interference. You know, when people say, "Oh, I really like this, but if you do this, but," always just kind of question the but, right? Because what archetypal energy is bringing about the but? Because if it's coming from your guides, it is coming in such a way that it is almost lyrical. You ever notice that in music, in songs, in music, that each line doesn't really it it doesn't really sometimes even make sense, but it rhymes? It's the fact that it creates rhythm. And it's so important that you remember the rhythm and not the perfection of making everything make sense to the logical mind. It's not about the degrees, it is about the rhythm. And every time you get out of rhythm with yourself is that you lose that sense of connection, because it has to have that flow. And so it's not that it has to be, it's not going in Webster dictionary. It's not going to be, it's not about that. It's about the flow of everything that you put, even if it doesn't make sense. So sometimes you have to say things, do things that don't make sense to even the people who probably listen to you, and they're probably going, "Wow, what's that?" It's to make people to be curious. It is to cause a little bit of an irritation. It is to be a little bit of a disruption, because that is not deceit. That's honesty, right? And that is because you're not trying to create the perfect phrase to say or the perfect thing to do. You're simply getting into the flow. And so you're being asked to get into the flow, stay into the flow, and stay true to you, and stay true to nothing else, no matter what's coming in. And so this is what you are being told. Kind of now or never. No more do you run away from you. No more do you get lost in that. No, no, no more. So the next time someone comes in with the next best thing for you, the next best way to make you better, you have to remember you don't need to be better. You don't need someone to make you more. You are already there, and you don't need the next best thing. You need you. And that's what they have for you. So I hope that helps you in some way. Well, thank you. Okay. Got to go back to YouTube, to somebody on YouTube. Let's see. You okay, Jazzy? It's my dog choking. Yes, these are free, Danielle. Or Danielle, Nicole. Yes, they're free. Uh, okay. You're welcome. Nicole. I think it says Nicole 11 or something like that. Nicole 11. Nicole. You're welcome. Exactly, Lisa. Okay, Nicole 11. I'm going to you next. Um, and I'm just going to see what's going to come up for you. If it's living situation, it's living situation. But if it's not, because I trust spirit to give what is needed. So let's see, because sometimes it's the thing that when we're looking at our living situations, or we're looking at things in our life, we have to look at why we keep choosing the way we choose, or what keeps standing in our way, and having what we actually fully want and desire. So we'll see, because I do feel like you got some obstacles around you. Yes, that's me. Yes, that is you. Okay. So letting go. And the moment I got when I started to read for you, like pick up the energy around you, was that I kind of feel like you're searching for something. Like there is like you're searching for something, but there's also something that you're not really letting go of. Like there's like the idea of something, like the idea of perfection, or the idea of what is the idea. So the idea that there's a of like your forever spot, or the spot that you really want to be kind of forever, and let go of that idea, because the version of you that is now morphing and changing, your wants and your needs are going to really drastically change. I want to say in the next 2 3 years you are on some sort of journey, and it feels as if there's going to be like some sort of sheddings of the old changes that's happening. And so there's going to be a few kind of moves before you are like, probably two moves, maybe the second move, but it's two. They keep telling me two before you fully find that perfect place for you where you want to be, where everything just kind of fits. It does feel like you're going to be on the move, like you're definitely going to be having some moves happen in your life. But there's also telling me that there's confusion around you, and that you've got some either confusing thoughts, or there's some confusion around either work or around relationships, or where you really want to be, and how you want your life to be. And so they're telling me that when all of the confusion is straightened out, you will be pleasantly surprised about where you will land and what life will look like for you. And it just says that let the confusion be sorted out, which means allow your guides to step in and help you sort out whatever this confusion is, because I feel like there's a lot of confusion, and there's a lot of expectations kind of that you're holding on to, trying to create comfort around you, trying to create some sort of safety. But you're moving into a very much into an unknown, and having to kind of trust the universe to guide you through. And so they asked me to go to the bottom of the deck, and the bottom of the deck brings up denial, right? And so sometimes we're not realizing that we can choose higher. We're picking from the bottom. We don't think we deserve better. We don't think we deserve the things that the universe is trying to give to us. And sometimes we're looking beyond our means. So the denial is telling you to really look carefully on what you're choosing and why you're choosing it. Is it something to still fulfill unmet needs and unmet desires, because it is saying confusion? Or is there something more that I know but I don't want to have to see? And so when we can get very clear on this, it's like, don't pick the fruit off the ground and eat the fruit off the ground, when you can get a ladder and climb up higher and get the cream of the crop at the top, right? So trying to get the cream of the crop at the top. And so you okay, trying to move abroad. Yeah. So like I said, it might just be a little bit of time. You might have one move, like a temporary move, until you get the permanent move, but do not give up on what it is you know you deserve to get to the top, right? To climb the ladder, keep reaching for that dream, keep reaching for what it is you want, because don't settle. And I like, when all the confusion clears, you're going to end up exactly where you need to end up, and you're going to be very happy with it. Put it that way. There you go. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Did Danielle come back? Danielle Geddes, did you get back? Okay, are you back now, Danielle? I see you showed up, but I want to make sure you're here. And hello, everyone who is joining in. Danielle. Yes, okay. Let's get to Danielle before she has to take another call. She is a veterinarian tech, and so she's on call. All right, let's see. You're so welcome, Nicole. So many blessings back to you. I wish you well. Okay, Danielle. You got forbidden. You got forbidden. Those forbidden doors, those forbidden places. And sometimes we dare not go to the forbidden places because we tell ourselves that the doors are closed, or that we believe that doors are closed and they're not for us to open. And sometimes we have to be willing to open the doors, even if we're a little bit afraid, even if we're uncertain. Is the place that feels forbidden is the place that we actually need to go. So it's like when a door closes and we're like, well, it's forbidden. I'm not allowed there. I can't let myself go there. It's saying to you, why can I not go? Why can you not go there? Why can you not go there? Now, the other thing that it's giving you is sometimes a warning. It's a warning, right? Sometimes it's a warning. And when we get that warning, is saying, you know what? Don't push something because if the door has closed, you need to leave it closed because don't go into spaces or places that you are not being welcomed in. Because if and when doors open, it opens because somebody has opened them. And what I'm seeing is, you know what? Sometimes we have to let everything be cleaned and cleared up behind the doors. It's like showing up surprisingly at someone's house, right? Like, when we go to visit friends and we go unannounced, they're so happy to see us, but they can't relax because they didn't prepare before you came, but you don't care about the mess, but they care about the mess. It's the same type of thing, right? It's like they want to have things cleaned up. And so sometimes we have to let things be cleaned and cleared so that it doesn't cause pain and hurt in any directions. But in business and in work and in your dreams and what it is that you want is you're being told that the things that you say, well, you're a girl, you can't do that, or you're not in the right location, or that's not possible. Those are the forbidden doors, and you're being told, you know what, you can break those doors down, you can break down those old rules. And so there is kind of some forbidden energy that's coming up that is just saying, be careful of specific areas and other areas. Time to break those doors down. Time to break those doors down. Now I am going to go to the bottom of the deck and what it is that's hiding, and it's love, right? It's your heart. And so where and when you give your heart, you're offering up a gift. And if somebody or people can't honor that gift, then you have to know that you have to take back the gift, right? It's like, and only when all else is clear or someone is ready to honor the gifts, can you give that gift back. Love is a gift, right? Love is the actions that we take. It's the kindness that we take. And so you are the one that's holding your own heart. And the doors that they're asking you to break down are the doors that kind of are the things that now brings you happiness and not just you wanting to bring everyone else happiness. It's time to do the things that you thought you never could do. And it's like, I feel like it's going to be a whole year of this for you, doing the things that you never thought you could do. And as you do this, it's like, if people, you're going to be surprised at the people that's going to want to be in your world and why they're going to want to be in your world. But I do see there's going to be a lot of change happening around you. And you just got to start taking that move you know, towards that, giving your heart back to you and the things that you really want to accomplish. I don't know. I feel like you got something big coming. Something big is on its way for you. Kind of makes me smile. I send you so much love. Okay. Hello, hello, everyone who's here with us. I'm going back to Facebook now. Uh, you're so welcome. Uh, let's see. Cheryl Cardinal. Cheryl Cardinal, are you still here? Hi, everyone. Hi, Shiva. Cheryl Cardinal, are you still here? Cheryl Cardinal, I'm not seeing you. Okay. All right. Moving on. Wendy Penn, are you still here? Oh, Cheryl is there. Cheryl is there. Okay, so Cheryl and then Wendy Penn. Wendy Penn. Cheryl. I'm like speed reading tonight. And feel free to share out these videos. Um, we're on Facebook. Cheryl, Cheryl, Cheryl. Got the moon. Okay, so you got this beautiful black cat, the moon. You know how we have all these, so all these superstitions that we have that we've been told, all these fear stories. If this happens, that's going to happen. If this is taking place, then that's going to happen. It is so easy to get stuck in the trap, especially right now when there is just so much chatter, there's so much talk, there's so many people that have what sometimes appears as predictions, other times it's opinions, and then there is predictions. But when we are listening to things that are for collective or for general, it doesn't mean that everything is also means that it's happening to us. Now we have the new moon coming up. And with the moon and with the cycles of the moon, it ties deep into our goddess. It ties into our feminine. It really ties into that energy of us and the cycles of life and the changes of life. And so when we are kind of being told that we have to fear something because this is happening or that is happening, it doesn't always mean that it applies to you or that it is true for you. What's true for another may not be true for you. So it's like when it's easy to be like a sheep, like that once one person says something fearful is about to happen, then it spreads like wildfire, and then everyone becomes trapped. Most people become trapped in the fear stories. They're telling you to really look at the areas of your life of where you are kind of sometimes falling victim to those fear stories, of where you have been, told something that you have held to be true without questioning it. So that could be our beliefs, that could be what somebody else is telling us. It's like, okay, but is that true for me? So it's like, well, this is who we are. This is how we live. This is the way we are. This is the so we're different than other people type of thing. So it's like, let's say the other side of the track story, right? It's like, well, the people on that side of the track, they're these people and they're not good people and you can't trust them and you can't, because one person may have had a bad experience with one person on the other side. So what it's telling you is that you really have to look at some of those either superstitions and some of those old beliefs or some of those stories of where you are getting trapped and kind of stuck in believing something without questioning. Is it's like, okay, that may not be true. That might be true for you, but it doesn't mean it's true for me. It's like when a group of friends says, "Oh, you don't want to know that person because you don't want to know that person because this person is this and this person's that, but you've never met them." So you have this pre-constructed opinion of someone that's based on other people's opinions without ever knowing them yourselves. That can also happen to us, right? And so there is something here that's saying that you need to question things before you hold it to be true. That you have to look in at what other people's stories are and ask yourself, is that my story? Is that my truth? Is that what I believe for me? Because this moon energy that's coming up with this new moon is about really truly setting that sense of that attention. It's where there is no visible moon, but the moon is not gone. It's just not visible. We just can't see it, but it is still there. Everything is still there, right? It's not disappeared, but it's an opportunity for us to kind of bring in, to kind of question the things that we hold that are invisible, that are not really there, like fear. We can't see fear, but yet we are so led by fear. Can't see faith, but yet we discount faith and we run to fear before we go to faith, right? And so what what makes it visible is action. What makes it visible is the outcome, what happens. And so you're being asked to really look at things with new perspectives. Cats can see in the dark, so can we. We can see with our eyes closed. It's very easy to see with our eyes closed. When you lose that belief that you can only see with your eyes open, because it is not true. You can see with your eyes closed. I can see through the other eye with my eyes open, right? And so there is another way. And so there's just areas in your life right now, Cheryl, where you're being told to question somebody else's motives, somebody else's opinions, somebody else's views, and kind of create your own, have your own perspective, have your own view, and trust yourself. Because I feel like you're being talked out of trusting you, and your guides are telling you you can trust you, you can have faith in you. And it's something that, maybe you've been talked out of doing things that you've wanted to do for so long. And now it's time to start talking yourself back into what it is that you want to do. Start setting the intentions that you're going to start listening more to you and not being so led by the fears of others or that which you have always been conditioned to fear, and start questioning the motives behind why somebody else is always trying to talk you out of doing the things that you want to do. Yes? Good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Phew. All right. Hmm, where am I going? I'm going back. I'm going back to YouTube now, right? Okay. Let's see who else I got on YouTube. Priscilla on YouTube. Priscilla Scorpio from Rome. Is it McCall? Priscilla McCall? Priscilla. Okay. All right, Priscilla. we are going with Priscilla. There you are. Okay. All right. Let me just see. Hmm. First, I thought you're not hearing what they're saying. You're not hearing what they're saying. It's like, no, what I'm getting is don't listen. Don't listen. Don't listen to the people. Don't listen to the people who tell you you can't do something, that you can't do this or you can't be that. What the guides are telling you is every small step that you make, every place that I guess every role that you play that is small and tiny is is doing what you love. And if the only thing that you're focused on is getting to be a kind of, I guess, a celebrity at what you do, you're forgetting about why you're doing what you're doing. To use your gifts, to live in your gifts, is to really enjoy every aspect of what you do. So here's your question that you have here's what you have to keep asking yourself. Does this bring me joy? Does this bring me joy? Am I just doing this to get somewhere? Or is it truly bringing me joy? You have to do the things in life that really, truly brings you joy. Because there's a lot of complications, so complicated. It's like the what you're asking is a very complicated question. It might sound simple, but it's very complicated. Why is it complicated? Because the things that transpire in our lives is often also involved in the fates of in the choices that other people make. And people leaving your life in the hands of others is never going to lead you to the place that you want to go. If you have to wait for someone to choose you, then you're always in a waiting game. You have to choose you. You have to choose you. You have to keep telling yourself how great I am no matter what. How wonderful I am, how grateful I am, how appreciative I am of who I am, so that you don't keep trying to change yourself to be chosen by other people. And so this is one thing they're telling you to keep putting your focus into, that I am choosing me and I will choose me over anything. I'm choosing me. I'm choosing me. When someone tells me I'm not good enough, I'm going to tell myself I'm I believe in me, and I will keep working towards being who I need to be for me. And I will not wear the mask in my real life. In my real life, when in new relationships, in new places, I don't need a mask. I don't need to mask myself. I don't have to be always on like I don't always have to be performing. I don't always have to have that performance happening. And so there's something about you that struggles with the invisible story as well, right? Being invisible. You're not invisible at all. You might not be everyone's cup of tea, but you're someone's cup of tea. And so wherever it is that you are to be placed is, if you allow the divine to place you there, it's going to turn away all the rotten people so that you're not chosen by rotten people, right? It's like, what are people's intentions and what is my intention? And so what is your intention? Is your intention to live a life that's filled with joy? Is it to live a life that's filled with doing things that you absolutely love? Then doing what you love will mean not getting so caught up that it's in the fact that I feel like I have to sacrifice the best of me or sell the best parts of myself to get somewhere. It's for you to keep holding on to the best parts of yourself and continue to choose you. Because I just feel like there's areas where you are not really choosing yourself. Like You keep trying to change yourself to be enough for other people. Don't change for anyone else. You can act and you can step into a role, but who and what you are matters. And that great sense of appreciation and value for what you bring to the world, because you are a shining star. You have a very bright light. And because you have a bright light, remember, darkness also is always trying to take them lights down. So it's like it's people are trying to diminish, push you down, where you have to know and believe in who you are and what you do, and that who you are is a gift. That you are a gift in this world, and hold on to that. It's very precious, and what you have is very precious, and so keep holding on to that. You are so, so welcome. Thank you so very much for being here. Okay. And Cheryl, I'm glad that makes sense for you for your reading. Um, Wendy, are you still here? Wendy Penn. Wendy, are you still here? I haven't read you yet, have I? I've been waiting for you. I called your name, but I don't think I've read you, right? Yes. Okay. Let's go with not Wendy Heap. Wendy Penn. Wendy Mullins Penn. Sorry, Wendy. Hi, there you are. Okay, I haven't read you yet, right? Okay. Okay. Wendy, I have this real softness around you. I feel like this, like almost like I'm being wrapped in like a homemade quilt or a homemade blanket. Okay. So I feel like I got this like this jolliness, like somebody's wrapping like this homemade blanket around me, like I'm being kept warm. But I think it's for, and I not think, I know it's for you. I have this sense that you're being wrapped in this love, that you have a very strong angel in heaven who's watching over you, and she's very connected to either a like a knitted blanket, or it kind of feels a little bit heavier to me, or like a homemade quilt of some sorts. It really feels almost homemade, but it's got some weight to it. Like it's weighted on my, it feels weighted on my shoulders. And I don't know if you have that blanket, if it's something that you hold on to, something that you have, or something that you gifted to this person on the other side. But it feels very much like kind of keeping you safe, like wanting you to feel the love, wanting you to feel connected. And I keep hearing like mother, 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 mom, 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 mom. So whether your mom is still here on earth, and it's something that they're asking about your mom, or if it's mom over on the other side, I wasn't doing any mediumship per se, but this person is trying to get in. Um, they're trying to get in, and I keep feeling them trying to get in. And and there's some sort of like, there is like a complicated relationship. I feel like you have like, you do, you do have moms in heaven, moms in spirit world. Okay. And I just keep getting like almost like you've had these complicated relationships around you, and something is really complicated. And just keep saying to me, it's complicated, it's complicated. And there was like these complications. So I don't know if she had complications, or if the relationships, or there was some complicated issues around her, or you have some complicated relationship. So I'm just trying to get her to tell me more about all of this, because I do feel as if there's some sort of like struggle that's coming in. Um, and so it's like, when you try to do everything for someone and they're still not happy, that's what it feels like. It's like when it's like no matter how much you do for some people, that's what she's telling me. Listen, she's saying, like, listen, no matter how much you do for people, sometimes they're just some people are just never happy. You have to stop trying to make people happy, because you are trying to make people happy, Wendy, and it's just like, and it just feels like you're the one who's always being let down. Yes, right? And so you're the one always being let down. It's always leading to some level of disappointment. And it's like, you know some people complicate the shit out of everything, and they look for reasons to be mad. They look for reasons to blame somebody else, but they never ever shine the spotlight up on themselves. And sometimes you have to turn kind of the mirror back around on people and say, don't look at me. You need to look at you. You need to look at why you're doing what you're doing. You need to look at why that's happening. It is time for you to look at yourself, and not be so willing for you not to be so willing to take it all on. You are being so lovingly supported to say, you know what, pull back, pull back, rest in who you are. Know that you are a good person and that you have done good things for people. And you're not going to please everyone at all, ever. So, be loyal, be loyal to your truth and to yourself, and stop trying to please everyone. And for some reason, I feel like we're drinking a cup of tea. I'm drinking water, but I feel like we're drinking like a cup of tea. Like we have a cup of tea here, and we're having a cup of tea. We're having a conversation, and it's just like trying to just like nicely, like in a nice way, without saying, calling other people down. We're just saying you have to look what other people are doing, and it's time for you to really start putting into focus what it is that you need to do for you. And so I did pull the obedience card. And so obeying what everyone else is saying. And so if you were to be very obedient to your soul, to your truth, you would not be so easily rocked, so easily guilted, and so easily shamed out of doing the right thing for you. So it's time to start doing the right thing for you, and stop repeating those same patterns over and over again. All right. Okay, so I'm choosing one last person, and we're almost at an hour here. And Wendy, I hope that helps you. I'll see you later, Lisa. So we're choosing one more person before we are done, because my dog is starting to get anxious. Let me see. And I'll be back again. I opened up January's schedule. So January's schedule is now open for one-on-one sessions. My December is probably pretty much full now. But January's open. I open up the January schedule. Also, we have the Women's Winter Wellness in Slave Lake coming up on January 25th. Tickets are on sale on Eventbrite. There is an event page for that. This coming Sunday, you can register. It is on my website. It is on the event page on Facebook. I'm doing a winter solstice healing circle, intuitive group reading, which is for just collective. That's happening. It's an hour and a half, and that's happening on Sunday. You can register for that. I think it's like $44 to come join me there. So get yourself signed up. It's on my website or on the event page on Facebook. You can find the link as well. So if you want to join me on Sunday morning, it's like 11 or 11:30 Mountain Standard Time, and it's for 19 minutes. Come join me there. And then I have a class coming up also in February. Okay, last person. All right. You're welcome, Wendy. Okay, I'm gonna go with, and I have to go with where I'm guided. Um, okay, Marilyn Thompson. Marilyn Thompson. Marilyn Thompson. And we also have the little stars thing down there where you can also leave stars as well. Um, leave little stars. Okay. Marilyn Thompson, are you still here? I'm just pulling the last card, dealer. Um, Marilyn Thompson. Let's see. Yes. Friggin' awesome. Ha! Oh my God. Okay. Let's see what the cards have for you. Rigid. You got rigid. Rigid is the card that you got. So the rigid is, the raven is on top of all of these rocks, on top of all of these pebbles. It's like he's gathered up all of these pebbles and now we don't know what to do. And and sometimes, we get so trapped and stuck in our own beliefs, in our own mind, in our own, in being right that we forget that we can change our minds or that things can change. Or we get so busy looking for one thing that we stop looking for other things. It's like um it's like we can have a million other things around us. It's like food in the fridge. It's like, but I only want this one thing and I don't have it. And because it's not there, now I'm pissed off and now I'm mad and I only want this and I don't want anything else. And it's like, well, there's other things in the fridge. How about you have that? No, I don't want that. I want this. And sometimes we get very so stuck in what we want. And that is ourselves having like little tantrums or like little breakdown, like little moments of where we only want, that's me already, right? And sometimes we have to be willing to allow our minds to be shifted or for us to step out of our patterns and to try something new. We can be so habitual, so stuck in your own way that we can't get out of our own way. And that holds us back too often. It's like I want what I want, or I know I feel like that's what I want. But what if there's something better? What if the universe has something better? What if God, the divine creator, source, whatever you want to call it, has something better? What if there's a greater plan? What if I broke the habit of being me and I tried doing something a little bit different? So they're inviting you to kind of start breaking the habit of being the you that is always on repeat. The patterns that keeps repeating the same thing over and over and then wondering why you can't have change. You can't have change in your life if you don't make a change. And making no choice is when it comes to decisions and not being able to make a new decision or or make a decision or make a choice is then we are making no choice is a choice. We're choosing to be stuck. So I also pulled from my another deck for you, and I pulled from Delphi, and I got from Delphi, and I got faith. And sometimes we have to move out of the way and let faith move life for us. And sometimes we can be so persistent with trying to get people to change or get people to do things, is that we forget the power of prayer. We forget asking and then letting it go and stopping and waiting. And so it's like ask in our prayers and then trust and hold on to faith that something is changing or that change is on the way. And so we can't always get things to go the way we want. We can't make people do what we think is best for them. Sometimes we have to let people walk their own path and make mistakes and do things in a different way. And just because it's not your way doesn't mean it's a wrong way. It's just a different way. And sometimes people are just different. And sometimes we need to see things differently. And you're causing yourself a lot of stress and anxiety, girl. You really are. Like you Bless your heart, because you got a heart of gold. You really do. And the thing is that you want the best for everyone and you want the best for you. But your approach sometimes, the approach that you have sometimes is very persistent. And it becomes that what kind of pushes people back and makes people a little bit defensive, or you get a little bit defensive, whichever it is. And that's not working for you. It's like we need a new approach sometimes. So it's approaching life in a much softer way and a less rigid way so that we can be willing to pick up and try something new. There's more than one way, there's more than one opinion, there's more than one truth, there's more than one, right? There's an abundance of different avenues or different perspectives or different ways that we see. So you're being asked to kind of look at life a little bit differently. And this beautiful card always kind of like, so instead of waiting for the worst to happen, what about if you start waiting for the best to happen? It's like, oh, that's just how things go. Something is going to fall. And so it's wait, instead of waiting for the worst, start anticipating the best, right? Sometimes that worry or that stress that we have is actually because we're so used to being stressed and worried. And we got this like little anxious feeling and we think it's anxiety. What if it's that you're actually anticipating something good, but your mind is telling you that you're so used to something going wrong that you're waiting for something else to go wrong, but there's something good on the way. So hold on to the faith, start anticipating and foreseeing change, good things happening, that you can break habits, that things can change. Other people can break a habit, that something really good could be on the way. And so, your persistence sometimes pays off, but the rigidness is not serving you. And it's for you and not about anyone else of why that rigidness is not working. And so it's time to begin to have a little more faith and to kind of trust that, you can let go of the reins or the strings and just allow life to guide you a little bit more. Ask in prayer and then you wait. It's like how our prayers are answered may not be exactly as we have lined out, but trust me, they get answered. And sometimes we have to let things go and let people get lost so that they can be found. And if people don't get lost, they're never going to learn how to find their own way. They're never going to learn how to do things on their own. And so we have to let people learn and do things sometimes their way and find their way around doing things. So it's about a softer approach. And you have to really start to break free from the rigidness and let yourself approach life in a much softer way. And that's what I got for you, girl. Hope that helps you in some way. Thank you all for being here with me tonight. I appreciate it. I'll be back again before Christmas. If you are the two people in Newfoundland that were waiting for me to contact you about the readings that you won, I have found my papers. So I will be contacting those two people tomorrow from my live events. It was in Grand Falls and Corner Brook. From those two live events, there was two people who had received free readings with me, and I have found the papers. So I will be contacting you in the morning my time, and we will be arranging those for January. For anyone who wants to join me on Sunday, go sign up. I'm glad it was good for you, Marilyn. Go sign up. Come spend Sunday morning with me. You'll be grateful that you did. We're going to be going into a meditation. We're going to be working through that winter solstice energy. And there will be a collective reading. I'll be telling you about the energy, what's happening. It is on Zoom. It's online. So go check it out. It's on Facebook events, and it's also on my website. It is the winter solstice. And then I have a course coming up. And then if you're in the Slave Lake area, get your tickets. Come see us January the 25th. We have the Women's Winter Wellness event. We have 7 presenters. It is a full packed day, and it includes breakfast, it includes lunch, it includes snacks, and you are getting 8. I think it's 8 of us. 8 of us that are presenting. We are doing 8 back-to-back kind of workshops. We are high caliber conversations that will be happening. So that's in Slave Lake. Come see us in Slave Lake. And then online, my winter solstice is online, and my January schedule is up on my website for one-on-one sessions. And my emailed readings, they're still available. So all of my emailed readings, they are available. If you want to listen to the energy updates, they're all on YouTube. All of my most recent energy updates, there's one on, like, there is a whole talk that I'm doing about menopause stuff and spirituality. That's on there as well. And if you want to continue listening to a video or somebody live, go check out Lisa Star Francis. She's actually live right now on Lisa Star, Starr Francis. She's live right now, and she is the Word Alchemist, and she has her own system out. Go check her out as well. She just started her live. So, good night, and I will see you all soon. Much love.